Hi guys, today in this video I'm going to show you how to make Dominican style beans. For this recipe I'm going to use Roman beans. You can either use pink or pinto beans as an alternative. I'm also going to use the following ingredients. About 1.5 cups of pumpkin, and this will give the beans a nice orange color. Just cut it up into small cubes. 2 types of cilantro, the wide leaf cilantro and the regular cilantro. Half of 1 onion, you can either use yellow, red or white onion. Half of a green pepper, and just roughly chop these vegetables. You don't have to mince them or anything. 3 minced garlic. 2.5 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, and if you don't have it in powder style, you can use one of the tablets. And 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And 1 envelope of Sazón Goya, and it's this one that I'm showing right here. Here, I already have my beans soaking, and I've had them in water for about 4 hours. But for a recommendation, leave them the night before and it will be much easier to cook. Now I'm going to start to boil my beans. I put the beans in a large enough pot and I filled it up with water to completely cover the beans. It's about 1 o'clock right now. In half an hour, when the beans start to boil, I'm going to add some salt to the beans. About half an hour already passed and my beans are starting to boil. Right here, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of salt. Now I'm going to let the beans continue to cook until they become plump and soft. About 1.5 hours already passed and my beans are already plump and soft. At this point, I'll add the pumpkin and 1 tablespoon of salt. Now I'm going to make the sofrito with the other ingredients to put in the beans. Here I have a frying pan with 3 tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to start by frying my minced garlic. I just want to lightly fry it. I want to be careful not to burn the garlic. Now I'm going to add my 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And I'm just going to mix everything so it could be well incorporated. This sofrito is a base to a lot of Latin cooking. You can do it in advance and store it in the fridge, or you can do it like I do and prepare it fresh with every recipe. Now I'm adding my green peppers and my onions. After a few minutes, you can add both kinds of cilantro and continue to stir fry the sofrito. Now I'm adding my 3 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. And remember, if you don't have the powder, a tablet of chicken bouillon will do. And my packet of Sazón Goya, and continue to stir fry. This is what the sofrito should look like. At this point, they're ready for me to put on the beans. Now it's time to put the sofrito with the beans. I'm taking a spoon so I can put some of the liquid of the beans to the frying pan so I can pick up all the juices from the frying pan. I'm letting the beans continue to cook, and I could immediately see the beans turn to a reddish brown color. After you have the sofrito inside of the beans, you can taste it to see if it needs more salt. At this point, you can add if needed. Within the next 15 minutes, check to see if your beans are completely soft. If they're soft, the next step is going to be to thicken the liquid of the soup. You don't want a soup that is very watery. I'm going to show you a trick on how to thicken the soup of the beans. I'm going to place some of the beans into a colander. And I'm going to smash the beans and let the pulp of the beans drop to the soup. All we need is the inside of the beans. This is what's going to thicken the soup. A lot of people use a blender to do this, but for me, this is the easiest way. This what I'm showing you now is the pulp of the beans. This is what's actually going to thicken the soup. And this is the only part that you're going to need of the beans that you're smashing. Try to extract as much pulp from the beans as you can. The remaining skin that is left on the colander, you can trash. Now let the soup continue to thicken. Like I said in the beginning, the consistency that you want is a creamy consistency. One ingredient that I failed to mention in the beginning is I'm going to add sour orange to my beans. If you don't have sour orange, you can use a small amount of vinegar or fresh lemon. I'm going to use about half of a mixing spoon. And the flavor that this gives the beans is out of this world. Now you see that the beans have thickened considerably. And I don't want it any thicker than this because when I turn off the heat, the beans will continue to thicken. Now the beans are ready to eat and you can serve it with rice, which is my favorite way to eat it. I hope you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends in other media sites, and I'll see you next time. Bye!